Hello, everyone. This is Rebel here, and this is your live watch along for Manchester United versus Brighton in the Premier League. Stay with me for this one. Hello, everyone. This is not your usual commentator on the live watch alongs. I am stepping in for Mr. B today, who unfortunately got delayed at work. It is a bit later than normal in our start time, but let's get a look at this starting lineup. Manchester United have gone with David De Gea, Diego Dallo, Luki Shaw, Berto Carlos, Victor Lindelof, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Fred and Casemiro, Rashi, Bruno and Anthony, and up top leading the line, Anthony Martial. Your subs benches, Harry Maguire, Tyler Malacia, Christian Eriksen, Sabitzer, Sancho, Weghorst, Palestri, Butland and Williams. Give me your thoughts on that lineup and what you think of Manchester United's former player, Danny Welbeck, and the form that he is in currently. But I do want to say hello to some people in the comments. Bel Baggio, as always, nice and early. Good evening, everybody, he says. This is going to be a tough game, and he hopes that the players are on it. Yes, indeed, Kalo, I am the takeover geezer because I have been talking about them damn Glazers so damn much. Hopefully those miserable gobshites won't be part of our club too much longer, but today it's about the football and focusing on the important things of getting into Champions League next year. Yes, indeed, Fred does start. Pastor Fred, Sol's number one man, is in the building. Michael Hill, how are you doing, buddy? Hope you're well. I hope you're feeling confident about this game of football. Eric Ten Hag did speak with the Sky Sports reporters before the start of this game, and they did pose the question about our away form against the top 9, and he was brutally honest about how, I suppose, ineffective we have been away from home against the top end of the table, and it's something that we need to improve. So it's great to see refreshing honesty from the manager, and hopefully we will be seeing much more of him going into next season when we are possibly challenging for silverware. Bill, Fred is scaring the out of me, he says. Yes, indeed. But Solo has supreme confidence in the past or so. Has Solo ever led us wrong? I don't think so. So hopefully Fred doesn't do too much. In terms of the way the watch along's going to go, I'd love to see you commenting about the various aspects of the game. Let me know your thoughts on the various incidents, and we'll try and make this as interactive as possible for the duration. After all, this is not just the United Agenda watch along, it's your watch along too. But I am going to do some housekeeping because I didn't do it at the start, and I will be killed for it if you just bear with me. I'm going to get the code for our store up here on the screen. So there you are. The Man United Agenda does do merch now. Now it's mainly mugs at the moment, but if you want your very own United Agenda mug personalized with the player of your choice, just scan that QR code and it will go direct to the Man United Agenda store, and you will be able to purchase a mug for yourself. But I'm going to get this team back up on the screen for you. And you can let me know your thoughts, what scares you, and what you're more confident about. Hopefully Martial can do something today. I would love to see the boy score. He has been absolutely destroyed by injuries this time round, and it would be great if he could knock a few games together, get his confidence going. Bill Baggio, will Fred play higher and maybe Bruno next to Casemiro? It's quite possible that we could see some interlinking of play there. You never know. Fred did seem to have a lot more joy going forward in the past, so maybe Bruno does do the 8 role or the deeper role in the 6. Who knows? Bart, how are we doing, bud? I know you were asking for a watch along. Ask and thou shalt receive. Far be it from rebel to deny ye a live watch along. I hope you are doing well. Brighton are a very good side. Yes, indeed. The People's Channel. That is absolutely 100% correct. Stuart Marshall, Good evening to you, sir. I hope you're keeping well. I believe you're going to be on the Watchalong or the reaction show later on with OMONDI. So I hope you're taking plenty notes. Michael Hill, Martial must be looking okay in training as he hasn't since he came back in games. Let's see how we do on that front. Welbeck will bully Lindelof. That will be an interesting battle, that is for sure. Maybe we'll see Shaw covering and Wan-Bissaka covering some of the physical side of that exchange. Stuart Marsh saying, tough game for us tonight. 3-2 to United, though, is what he is hoping for. Then there's people saying hello to each other. Bart telling us that the centre of the pitch will be crowded with Rashi and Anthony cutting in and Bruno occupying the number 10. It is possible that we will have a pitched battle in the centre of the midfield, but that should allow a bit of space on the wings if that is the case, maybe for a marauding Dallo to loop in around. HT Gamer, Fred Martial will decide this match along with Marcus freaking Rashford. Big Papa Rashford, he says HD Gamer. Michael Hay, Lindelof is harder than Maguire. Absolutely. They're talking to each other again. Come on, United. Yes, indeed. Glory, glory, man, United. Let's hope that not only will we qualify for Champions League, that we will soon be looking at a change of circumstances off the field as well. Kalo, I'm still going with 3-2. So you're back to 3-2, Kalo. Because I remember yesterday on the preview, you went 3-2, then down to 2-2, but now you're back to 3-2. I love the confidence. But gentlemen, what are you expecting to see at the start of the game? Are you looking for United to try and press home their advantage early, to try and get an early goal to change the makeup of the game? Are you expecting them to sit back and soak up a bit of pressure? Obviously, there's a lot of quality players in Manchester United, or United's opposition today in Brighton. They have Mitoma, McAllister, obviously Danny Welbeck, amongst others on the field. So it will be a difficult task for us today. Man United is telling me 4-1 to United. I would hope so, but I think now that would be very much a fortunate result if it did transpire that way, given the quality of opposition today. Bill Baggio would love a clean sheet, would take a 0-0, but I'm hoping for a 2-0 victory. I'll let you off the hook, Kalo. Don't you worry. We got you. Man United's telling me Rashford, Martial and Fernandes to score all the goals. Now, I did have this discussion with Jay after the show last night, and we were both of the opinion that if we got a draw, we nearly give our left arms for it at this stage, because it just that bit closer to guaranteeing that Champions League football. So let's see how things transpire. Bart, how do Man United fans feel about Liverpool being on the cusp of signing both Timber and Gravenbach? Well, I suppose, Bart, the only thing is you were on the cusp of signing Jude Bellingham as well, and he's now Real Madrid bound. If you end up signing players, you end up signing the players. You know, there's not much we can do about it. I don't feel like we'll be going back in for Timber after getting Martinez, and let's say getting a player from Ajax could probably be difficult now, given last year's Anthony debacle. As for Gravenbach, I'm not convinced that Bayern Munich are going to let him go, because maybe he establishes himself under Tuchel now there. You never know. HD Gamer, I don't believe so, but we shall see. Bart, prediction, a 1-1 draw. That would be absolutely fantastic. I would take that straight away. No hesitation. I hope for a win, but not dropping all the points would be the best possible. Michael Hill, they don't have got first choice right, but excuse me. HD Gamer, he wants us to control the first 10 to 15 minutes. Hopefully, yeah, we definitely take that. We are approaching 6 minutes to kick off, and I can tell you, I am watching it live, so I am not going to be operating behind the live feed. So don't get used to it, because we probably will be reverting to harmonizing our start times in the future watch-alongs, but for tonight, you get to watch it live without delay. Bill Baggio, Liverpool still sign them 2 players if they don't make Champions League? That does remain to be seen. Possibly we could see a player engaging with Liverpool, similar to the way that players took the chance on Manchester United this year. So I wouldn't rule out any player joining Liverpool Football Club. They are still a prestigious club, to be fair, and they would be remiss to miss on the opportunity for signing for Liverpool for the sake of one season of Champions League, because there's a good chance that they could come back next season and be back in it. Man United, we need all 3 points. Absolutely, we probably do need the 3 points to kind of keep the wolf from the door, but I definitely prefer one over none. But we shall see. As we approach kickoff, 5 of Brighton's remaining 7 Premier League games are against teams that are above them in the table. So a difficult run-in for Brighton here. Brighton are on course for their highest ever Premier League finish, and Manchester United have kept 7 clean sheets in their last 10 games. Manchester United have taken 1 point from 7 away games against teams in the current top 9. So that's a few stats that Sky have graciously provided us on the screen, and hopefully the stats in terms of our away points record will be taken away today, because we do need to address our lack of points production away from home. Kalo, he's telling me Anthony needs to have a good game today. I think we're starting to see good production from Anthony. He's slowly getting his feet in the Premier League, and hopefully he will be primed and ready to go for next season. But I would love to see him nail a few goals before he concludes this season. They're just lining up now in front of the mascot, so hopefully we will see some proper football now from United shortly. Kalo's telling me I will see you lot tomorrow. Goodbye. Enjoy the game. Have a good evening, Kalo. Absolutely great to see you stopping in. Much appreciated. And we shall see how we run from there. But it is now approaching 3 minutes to the kickoff. So as Saul would say, please do like, share and subscribe. We do appreciate all your support here in the Man United agenda. It is much appreciated. The players now are just shaking hands before the tip-off. The teams are coming up on the pitch. So Brighton line out as follows. So in goal, Jason Steele is in goal for Brighton today. We've got Moses Caicedo, Adam Webster, Lewis Dunk, and Purvis Esputin in the back. Billy Gilmore and Alexis McAllister in the midfield. And then up top is Julian Inkeso, Faduko Bunonati, Matoma, and then leading line is Danny Wellers-Welbeck. So there's 4 changes, Sky are telling me, from the win against Wolves. So Roberto De Zerbi is ringing the changes. Manchester United, of course, we do know are lining out with David De Gea, Diego Dallo, Luke Shaw, Vitor Lindelof, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Fred, Casemiro, Rashford, Bruno Fernandes, Anthony, and ice cold Martial. Bilbao. Why has Caicedo got a GoPro on his chest? I did not spot that, actually. I'll have to keep an eye out for that. I wonder, is it a GoPro or is it some sort of a monitor tracking his movement? But they usually keep those under their shirts. So it'd be interesting to see what happens there. Yes, it is. 'Tis myself bat time. It's Watchalong with Rebel today. Mr. B unfortunately got tied up at work, so I am stepping in to make sure that we did get a watch along running. So hopefully you do enjoy the watch along with Rebel for a change. Yes, indeed, UK Australians, Diego Dallo is at left back. It's not for the first time this season, but obviously with Lukey deputising in the centre back role, and obviously he feels he needs to rotate Malacia. Diego Dallo is deputising for us at left back. So anybody that hasn't got their predictions, please do get them in now. I would love to see them, and I hope that we will have a very productive evening as Manchester United Football Club looking back on the road, back to Champions League. So we are currently in the centre of the field and the game is underway. Come on, United, let's go. So early playing around at the back, Wan-Bissaka moves it on to Pastor Fred. Quick release ball, but easily blocked out. And UK Australians is telling me he's expecting a 2-0 to Manchester United. I would definitely love that. Hopefully things will go well for us. So Anthony now is currently taking a throw-in for us. And we are with Shaw at the back of the field. So Jimmy Mack, how are we doing, buddy? Evening, lads. I won't be watching as I'm out. Enjoy the game. Come on, the Reds. Absolutely. We would love to see Manchester United get all 3 points. So let's see how the early phase of play goes out. Obviously, they'll be testing each other out in the early stages to see if there's any chinks in the armour to be exploited. Billy Baggio is showing his message of support. So, early doors a bit sloppy in midfield. Manchester United break up the play, and Bruno Fernandes releases Anthony. Oh, jeepers! Anthony should have took that inside the post. That was a gilt-edged chance. Sweet ball from Bruno, having had the play broken up in midfield by, was it Pastor Fred? I believe it was. Anthony, with a little snapshot, almost put us 1-0 ahead. Luke Steele may have had it covered, but solid effort there in the early going. We've tested them early, which is good. Oh, and another mistake in the Brighton build-up play in the back. Fred is definitely starting with a bit between his teeth. That's another attempt at breaking up play by Pastor Fred. So if Fred dominates this game for us, we'll never hear the end from Solo because he will be crowing about this till the end of next season. So well handled at the back by Dalot. De Gea. Ooh, that was a loose ball backed out to Dalot. Very close to the Brighton player there. That was dangerous. There was absolutely no pace on the ball to Dalot from David De Gea. Quick overlap, and that was going nowhere. So, how do you feel about the first couple of minutes of play? Bit lively by Manchester United. Michael Hill, how are you doing? I apologise for being ahead of you, unfortunately. But this is a rarity for me. Oh, and we give away the ball. Mitoma, well saved from David De Gea. That was sloppy from Manchester United. We need to get our arses out of gear, and there is a break in play. De Gea is down. I think maybe he got the ball into the face. Let's have another look here. Oh, Lord. Sorry, Bill. I apologize if I am ahead of you in the commentary. That was a very sloppy ball. Was that from Lindelof? Yeah. Lindelof got cut out there. Matoma came through. Yeah, and David De Gea saved it with his noggin. Looks like a sore one there for David. So let's hope he's okay, but Matoma did hit that ball with good pace. Yeah, absolutely smacking bop in the head. And they're just showing me here now the list of appearances. David De Gea is 20 appearances behind Wayne Rooney now. So he is moving up the list of ranks there. So what I do worry about, though, is how much would it change the complexion of the game if David De Gea had to be taken from the field? They do seem a bit concerned. They're holding his neck from what I can see. So I wonder was there a bit of a whiplash effect when he got the ball across the head. Let's get another look at this. Again, sloppy ball from Lindelof. And that did take him square into the forehead. So hopefully David is all right. He still hasn't really moved that much. The medical team are taking their time looking him over, and Butland does appear to be warming up on the sideline. So it could be that David De Gea may be leaving the field after 5 minutes. He's finally kind of sitting up. He's talking with the medical team. It looks like they seem to be happy enough with him. As long as he's corpus mentis, that Ten Hag is not that satisfied, though. He seems to be shaking his head like he's preparing for a sub. They're still discussing whether David can continue. The referee is walking over now. This would be concerning for Manchester United to lose David Hay at this early junction. Michael Hill, nearly a Lindelof assist. Yeah, it was very close to a Lindelof assist. He gave Aaron Wan-Bissaka absolutely no chance at picking up that ball. We are 6 minutes through the first half, and De Gea seems to be shaking his head. I'm wondering, are the medical team trying to say, David, you can't continue? Because there's a long discussion going on here. And Dallow's now going over to Ten Hag, I presume, to relay what the situation is. This has been quite a substantial delay in the first half. Manchester United have been standing around now for the last 2 to 3 minutes while David regains his focus. Thankfully, it does look like he is going to continue, but what an absolute cannon of a shot from Mitoma. Nearly cleared his head off his shoulders, in fairness. So we will resume on 7 minutes played. Manchester United will be kicking the ball back to Brighton, as is the form in the Premier League. Or not. Or not. Jeff Vegas, how are you doing, buddy? Big up the boys. That was Scott Sterling's day for sure. And Connor Crowley, I would take him off to keep him for Sunday. They'd definitely be monitoring Connor because that was quite a whack on the noggin that he took, in fairness. The old David De Gea. So Brighton are playing the ball around in their own box. Luke Steele spraying it around. They don't seem to be looking for any forward passes as of yet. And Manchester United retreat back to give him a bit of space. Very little by ways of attacking action from Brighton, other than obviously that Mitoma shot at this juncture, which knocked David De Gea for 6 and took him a minute to regain his focus. But the ball is back again at the feet of Luke Steele. So Brighton are being slow and methodical in their build-up play, not taking any chances and utilising the back pass at every opportunity. But are you concerned for David De Gea, lads? Do you think that his judgment could be affected by the knock on the head that he's after taking? Would you substitute him? Give me a yes or a no in the comments, please, and thank you. I'm just going to knock this team down for a moment. So Manchester United are trying to regain possession, but Brighton just are playing slow, short, safe passing and keeping possession around the back. And slowly working their way through the United midfield. Broken up. Martial on the break. Rashford releases Anthony. Oh, what was that from Bruno? An absolute snapshot. Bill Baggio, he's telling me David is okay. Leave him be. And Jeff Vegas is telling me, Rebel, we should have a goal already. That was a bad miss by Anthony. Also, we know goalkeepers are a few cards short of a deck to begin with anyway. Don't call him that. The poor crater. He does his best to all goalkeeping coach of the Man United agenda, in fairness to him. So, going forward again, Brighton with a long ball over the top, broken up by Wan-Bissaka. So we will reset and attack again. Luke Shaw letting the ball forward to Bruno. Rashford gets his heels clipped. That'll be a free kick to Manchester United. And they are not letting us take it quick. So ref is going to speak to them, I'd imagine, about slowing down play at some juncture. So the free kick restarts, and Manchester United will look to build again and try and threaten the Brighton goal. David De Gea has the ball at his feet, relays it out to Wan-Bissaka. Mitoma is on him like a fly, though. The boy is very quick. Wan-Bissaka will have his hands full with Mitoma during this game. So, a delayed reaction from referee for a handball. I wonder, did he get a message in the ear from the linesman? Because initially he did not seem to be given that free to Manchester United. Quick break. Dalot doesn't beat his man, but does regain the ball. And we've lost the ball again in midfield. Brighton moving forward, but absolutely no space to do anything there. Jeff Vegas is saluting all the others in the chat. I want to know, with 10 minutes gone, how do you feel about the early going for Manchester United? We had an early opportunity to score a goal from Anthony, but unfortunately he had it on the he hit it out on the outside of the post. But I wonder, did Luke Steele actually have it covered? Brighton here now moving forward. And Manchester United have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They have 8 players in front of David De Gea at the moment. Now. Oh, my lord. Mitoma with another chance. Let's get another look at that. I missed that in live play because I was looking at Jeff's comment. So, Welbeck let the ball go across. McAllister to Mitoma. Mitoma had 4 Manchester United players around him, and he still managed to squeeze off a shot. There's something special about Mitoma, lads. He will definitely be subject to inquiries by a number of clubs next season, I would imagine. There's a bit of quality about him. He has 7 goals and 4 assists in Premier League this season. Now, we're back on the build-up play again. Bruno to Rashford, back to Bruno, back to Martial, who seems to be playing very deep. I don't know if you've noticed that Martial is playing extremely deep in the Manchester United lineup. He seems to be coming back for the ball quite a lot. I wonder, is there a bit of rotation going on there? Jeff Vegas is telling me, thank God he shoots like Anthony. Anthony's been known to curl a few balls in now. Don't disrespect poor old Anthony. He'll come good, I hope. Oh, Fred, that was sloppy. He could pick up a booking here. That was a sloppy tackle from Fred. Brighton seem to be looking for a yellow card. Hang on a second. Fred is getting a warning from the referee about his tackle, but Manchester United were claiming that they'd taken that free kick. But referee's not having none of it. He's saying, no, lads, it wasn't in the right spot. Sloppy ball forward from Brighton, and Manchester United have regained possession. So, lads, we definitely are having a tough start to this game. Only the one shot really to speak of, and that was from the feet of Anthony, who probably should have done a bit better and at least forced the keeper to make a save. Bill Badger's saying this ref is going to be a problem. He definitely seems to have his eyes for disciplining, doesn't he? And Jeff saying, Andre Marner, how is he even allowed to do our matches? Look, I'm not going to say anything at this early juncture. Mitoma again putting early pressure on Wan-Bissaka on that out ball. He is very active, and he's not going to give us any space to come out on that side of the pitch. Wan-Bissaka will need to be definitely alive to everything during this game. Mitoma going through one-on-one. So UK Strains are asking who of the starting lineup will be gone next season. So let's have a look at this. David De Gea will still be here. Dalot will probably still be here. Shaw will still be here. Lindelof will probably still be here. Wan-Bissaka, more likely still there. Fred could be gone, although I reckon probably more than likely Scott McTominay, Donny van der Beek will be the two midfielders to move on. Casemiro will definitely still be here. Rashi will be. Oh! Poor header, but a corner from Brighton did work a save off of David De Gea. McAllister, was it that? Oh no, it was Dunk jumping over Wan-Bissaka. That was definitely a mismatch. Anthony Martial, I suspect, could be gone though, UK. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And I'm going to extend it to starting 11 and bench. Who do you think will be gone next season? Bill, from the perspective of David De Gea, the thing is though, if you obviously Butland will be returning to his parent club, Heaton will be retiring. If you get rid of David De Gea, you've completely eroded our entire goalkeeping ranks. Do you see us buying multiple keepers in one transfer window? I would suspect to be highly unlikely David De Gea goes, even if it means that we just need continuity for a season. Let me know what you think. UK Strains, I get rid of Martial, Fred and Lindelof from that starting 11. Jeff's telling me, I wonder if Mitoma is having trouble breathing in Wan-Bissaka's pocket. Yes, sir. Well done on that one, in fairness. And UK Strains, David De Gea, give him one more season. He's telling me, oh, Wan-Bissaka, penalty claim from Brighton, but I don't think there was anything in that. Quick ball, releasing Rashford. Rashford is now breaking, but there's nobody coming through the middle so far for him. We should have done better there, I think. Rebel Nottingham Forest have the perfect day replacement, Keylor Navas. That is an interesting one. Would you see him as kind of a viable bench player for next season? Or would you have him as the starting goalkeeper? And who would be the bench then to Navas if he is starting? Manchester United corner. Let's see them work the Brighton keeper now. We do need to get another shot on target. Short corner. Rashford back to Bruno. Shaw. Wan-Bissaka. And Brighton are closing the space quite quickly, giving absolutely zero time for Manchester United to think. Ball into the box. Lindelof nearly on the end of that. Good punch out there from Luke Steele, in fairness to the man. Defended his box well. Bruno getting the ball caught underneath him. Tries to unleash Rashford, but that was a poor ball from Bruno. Doesn't do too many of those, in fairness, but Manchester United have gotten a throw-in from very little pressure there. So we need to push on now and look for that goal, I think. Because we we have enjoyed a lot of possession but haven't yielded anything at this point. We're now 19 minutes, 47 seconds into the first half. Nice ball in through. Martial. Oh, Anthony. He was looking for a corner there, but I don't think Luke Steele got a touch on that. Bill is telling me, no, he didn't. That was straight into the side netting. Navas is elite. I'd look at getting him in as a solid option for big games. We can't overpay to keep David De Gea. Is there a price tag that you'd be willing to retain David De Gea as part of the squad? Because if you let him go, we do need to replace your first team keeper and your reserve and third choice keeper, unless you plan to keep Henderson next season, which I don't think we will be. Jeff Bagos to say Anthony now is 0 for 2 on shots. That is correct. We do need him to be working the keeper. Both his shots were just on the wrong side of the post. But this game really has been a bit of a tough affair so far. 100k a week for David here, no more, says he. That's all he is worth. Interesting, absolutely could be something that will be offered, but I don't think it'll be in the region of 100k. I'd imagine, given the reports that he's already allegedly rejected 200k per week, that we won't be able to secure a contract at 100k. So Brighton did get a quick ball released there in behind Diego Dallo, but Dallo recovered well, and Wan-Bissaka kind of skyscraper cleared through the touchline. Manchester United playing very deep once again, getting pretty much everyone behind the ball. So obviously they are concerned about the attacking threat of Brighton and looking to minimise the space available to them. Jeff Vegas is telling me it's a fun game to watch, though. Wonder what Bat thinks of this chaos. Well, I'd imagine he's probably been more into positional play or something along those lines at this point. Bat time, if you are in the chat still, please do let us know what you think of the game and the way that it is unfolding in front of your eyes at the moment. Let me know if you do happen to be in the comments. Definitely looks like a draw is on the card, so even this early going, because both sides definitely playing deep when the other one is in possession, except for when the ball goes out to Wan-Bissaka. Mitoma does try and get in amongst them. And speaking of Mitoma, Wan-Bissaka seems to be winning that battle in breaking up the play, but again, sloppy from Manchester United as we try to unleash our forwards. For a team that is renowned for its counter-attacking ability, we haven't got it going as of yet. Zoe Media House, you're very welcome to the live watch-along. It is a rare watch-along with Rebel in the absence of Mr. V, who unfortunately did get detained at work, so you are very welcome. I don't know if you are watching the game at present. Let us know your thoughts of the first 23 minutes if you happen to be doing so. 7 of you currently in the chat, please do give us a like, share, and subscribe. Those of you that haven't been here at the start of the show, please do give us your score predictions. We would love to see them in the chat and give us your thoughts on the start of this match. So Bruno Fernandes now with a long ball. Unleashing Rashford, did not get the control though. Nice idea. That could have been 1-0 if it got controlled by Rashford, but can't blame him there. That was a very nice ball from Bruno. Zoe saying it's a decent game for the neutral thus far. So hopefully now it'll become a decent game for the Manchester United fan watching, because it would be nice to secure 3 points away to Brighton. We haven't really covered ourselves in glory in the away games against the top 9. So let's see if we can change our fortunes and actually secure a win in this game against Brighton. Our only point away from home against the top 9 is against the Spuds. Jeff Vegas is saying, I had it as 2-3 tonight before that, but the lack of finishing is driving me mad. I hear you on that front, my friend. I hear you on that front. So Anthony with the ball, whips it in, and well defended for Manchester United corner. So we will get another opportunity here to get a goal. If you missed it, David De Gea was down early doors in the game. A shot from Matoma caught him square in the noggin, and it did knock his senses for about 2 to 3 minutes. So there will probably be a body of injury time at the end of the first half to recoup what was lost for the treatment of David De Gea. So Luke Shaw is again playing a short corner. Ball goes in now. Oh, Casemiro gets his noggin on it once again. He is due a goal, isn't he, Casemiro? Those crosses, he hasn't got one for a while. It did catch him, maybe just slightly less than sweet, and it was rising over the crossbar. But Luke Steele was not getting anywhere near that if it was in the underside of the crossbar. Zoe's telling me that Wan-Bissaka is having a brilliant game thus far. I would agree with you. He's doing very well against Matoma, which is a tough challenge for him today. Manchester United have fouled Brighton as Casemiro getting a bit mouthy again. He needs to calm down because we do not need him picking up any cards. He was kind of all over in Queso there, in fairness. That the freeze moved on quickly. Brighton now looking for an opportunity, but shut down by Manchester United again. It's that both teams are finding it difficult to establish a bit of space to move the ball forward, it seems, thus far. Very, very cagey, tentative affair, in my opinion. I would love to, again, as always, to hear your thoughts as the game goes on. Because after all, the Man United agenda would not exist without you, the viewers. Manchester United playing around with the ball and now looking for an opportunity to move forward, and again snuffed out by the Brighton team. But we do get through now. Bruno Fernandes moves the ball onto Rashford. Martial is moving through the middle. Rashford on his own, and nice save from Luke Steele from Rashford. But Manchester United are starting to threaten that Brighton goal now, so hopefully a goal is imminent. Bill Badger's telling me Martial is coming really deep, almost like Jesus at Arsenal, and without Eriksen we can kiss goodbye to a possession game, but we're doing okay so far. Just want to see us dominate a bit more. That was going to be a tough goal to score for Rashford on the near side of Luke Steele. Maybe actually that save looked a bit better than it actually was, but well covered from Luke Steele there. So Manchester United with a corner on the 28th minute. Quick ball through. Anthony again. Oh, that was bundled by Luke Steele. Absolutely horrendous shot from Anthony. The connection was awful, but it kind of bobbled, and Luke Steele, I'm trying to see. Yeah, it kind of bobbled, and Luke Steele saw it late coming through a body of players. But that was an absolute scuff shot from Anthony that nearly could have found its way to the back of the net. So another corner from Manchester United. Luke Shaw now is finally no, he doesn't deliver one long. We're still persisting with the short corners, and Luke Shaw has been caught offside on the delivery back. That now definitely was not in the playbook. So we are now almost approaching the half-hour mark. Pascal Gross is now showing on the screen. He scored 6 goals in 10 appearances versus Manchester United. So we probably should expect to see him unleashed at some point. But Manchester United haven't quite turned the screw just yet. But Manchester United, they didn't show what happened, but Manchester United they cut back to the break, but Manchester United ran into a wall of Brighton players. Thus far, bit of a funny game. Throw in for Brighton. And Manchester United are obviously retreating back, looking to create, I suppose, no space for Brighton. Brighton now moving forward. They've got space on the wing. Dallow's been ran at, but covers well. And there's claims for handball, but I don't think so. His hands were down by the side of his body. There's no way in hell that was a handball. Bruno, sloppy pass there. And we've given away a free kick out of nothing. We do seem to switch off at times, and we need to do better at that. Dallo, that was with his hand, with his hand behind his back. There was absolutely nothing he could do about that. There was no way that was ever being given Brighton. Forget about it. Jeff is telling me I'd kick Pascal Gross hard as soon as he came on pitch. So, free kick for Brighton on the edge of the Manchester United box. We need to be careful of the aerial threat of Brighton here. Manchester United have everybody lined up along the line of our box. Mitoma seems to be trying to drift into a bit of space. Ball over the top, but no threat here from Brighton. Gilmour with an ambitious ball that was never going to link up with his Brighton attacker. Zoe Mediahouse, surprised to see Fred starting. Too many niggly fouls. Jeff, the last couple of balls that they were whipping in, it seemed like Wan-Bissaka was trying to pick up Lewis Dunk, which was an absolute mismatch, if you ask me. I didn't see who picked him up that time. So, Manchester United looking to break. Martial moves the ball forward to Anthony. Anthony's now running at them. Back to Martial. Scuffed it, unfortunately. But Rashford recovers the ball. Great work right there from Marcus Rashford. Ball back into Fred, who's surrounded by 3 Brighton players and going absolutely nowhere. He's now rolling around like he's been shot, but in fairness, there's absolutely no way the ref was given anything there for Fred. Brighton now on the break. Manchester United, though, have recovered their positioning well and have plenty of players between them and their goal. Mitoma is moving. Bit of a 1-2, but Manchester United break up the play, and now the ball is back with the feet of Anthony. Anthony now to Martial, who kind of miscontrols there. I think it's fair. Is it fair to say that we're seeing a large error count already? I want to know your thoughts on the game thus far. 33 minutes into this, Manchester United have had 8 shots, 2 on target, 11 touches in the opposition box. Brighton have had 3 shots, 2 on target, 7 touches in the opposition box. McAllister with a pot shot. It was never threatening to go at David De Gea, but De Gea is irate that he was even allowed to get that shot off and is lambasting his defenders. Bruno probably had him covered just about. I want to say hello to Andrew Williams. How are you doing, buddy? Good game thus far, absolutely. He's saying both teams looking dangerous. Couple of scuff shots, though, at this point, though. I think that probably flattered to deceive in terms of the quality of the shot. Manchester United now breaking forward through Luke Shaw. Even though he's playing at centre back, he seems to be trying to maraud forward still. Manchester United now ball with Anthony. Anthony, he's looking for options, trying to beat his man, and Wan-Bissaka kind of saves the possession for Manchester United. Fred tried to do some sort of a Ronaldo flick, didn't pay off, but Manchester United do pick up the throw-in. Wan-Bissaka again tries to do a spinner Rooney. Maybe he's been watching too much Booker T. Andrew Williams is hoping that we'll get the win tonight that lifts us into third. Actually, it would be tonight, Andrew, if we were to secure all 3 points. But Manchester United still looking for that opening goal. Very disciplined performance thus far from Brighton. And we will need to test their defence a bit better if we want all 3 points. Manchester United, of course, only have the 1 point away from home against the top 9 teams in the league at this point. And that is, of course, against Spurs. There's a conversation about NFL going on and clean sheets and confidence. We currently have 4 in the chat. Please do keep your comments coming. I am doing my best to fill in the commentary, but that usually is the remit of Mr. B. And I would appreciate any interaction and your thoughts on the game as we move forward. I'm going to start early on this. Do you see Brighton do break? David De Gea has seen the ball flash across his goal line yet again. Was never going to curl inside, but Manchester United once again seem to be caught on a quick break of play. Luke Shaw moved forward to try and intercept the ball, but I suppose it only was a half chance in the end. But when they run at speed, they do seem to possess a threat to the Manchester United goal. But the question I do have for you, do you see any substitutions happening early second half? Does Ten Hag try to mix it up, or does he go out and have a look at it again for the first 10 to 15 minutes of second half? Let me know what you think. Just your early calls on whether or not Ten Hag decides to switch it up. How come so many commentators call Inquisio? Don't ask. You can search me because I currently have the volume turned down, so you never. I couldn't tell you what they're calling him at the moment. Zoe's Media House. Brighton have had the better of the chances thus far. I would agree with you. We've had very much 2 half chances from Anthony, and that obviously that near side save from Rashford by Luke Steele. Ball over the top again, well dealt with by Dunk. Zoe's telling me, I love Marcus Rashford, but his number 9 play is so poor. Harry Maguire seems to be in the ear of Marcus Rashford at the moment, offering words of wisdom from the fridge to Marcus, who's on the pitch. Maybe, Harry, take a bit of your own advice and that will get you on the pitch. Break, Anthony Martial! Oh! Again saved by the feet of Luke Steele. That was a gilt-edged chance for Manchester United. We were straight through and goal, but he shot it straight at Luke Steele. That was a chance. Andy Williams. Marcus looks so sharp tonight in terms of his pace. Bill Baggio, look where Martial is picking the ball up at the edge of our area. Yeah. I do agree that we seem to be playing too deep, Bill. And it's giving Brighton, I suppose, plenty of opportunity to kind of reconsider how to set up because they know our forward is very much playing deeper. There's Luke Shaw did kind of shove the Brighton player on the back, but Manchester United have gotten the throw in, and we are being forced back by the Brighton defence. Oh, that's the replay of the Martial shot. I thought we were back in live play. Oh Lord, it's going to be a long evening, lads and lassies. He had a split second. He had to take a split second earlier. Zoe's Media House. I think you're ahead of me by about 10 seconds. Yeah, it's a rare occasion where the Man United Agenda watch along is live and ahead of proceedings. We normally do try to sync up with the streams, but unfortunately, Mr. B didn't make it today, so there was nobody to sync with. Just free kick, nothing else. Andy Williams is asking, is Martial left-footed? It was on his wrong side. So we have about 4 minutes of regular time plus the 2 to 3 for the David De Gea treatment to make an impact in this first half. As Anthony picks up the ball on the edge of the Brighton area, quick 1-2 with Wan-Bissaka, and Wan-Bissaka was closed down extremely quick and not allowed to do anything with that ball. Bill Badger saying it's annoying, so we need Mr. B with his Russian dial-up back. I hate being behind. Jeff Vegas is telling me next year we should. Oh, you're still talking about American football. I'll leave you to that. Rashi seems to be holding his ankle, and having a word with the referee. I'd imagine he's not happy with the tackle that went in on him. But I don't expect that there'll be too much wrong with him. And he should. Yeah, he's walking it off. And the ref now is telling him, you need to leave the field of play because you got treatment, and then you can come back on. So we have a corner to Manchester United. Marcus Rashford will not be part of this because he is currently off the field and needs to be invited back on by Andre Mariner. So Bruno Fernandes is now going to take this corner after Luke Shaw's first couple of efforts didn't really hit the mark. And Bruno doesn't even get it past the Brighton defender. We need to have a better delivery from our corners and work that keeper. Zoe saying that was a yellow card for the tackle on Marcus Rashford. Jeff Vegas is saying there have been 3 to 4 bad tackles of late, but with this ref, he's not shocked by anything that happens. So Brighton now with possession in the centre midfield on the break, but Manchester United have plenty of bodies back. Pastor Fred races back and dispossesses the Brighton player. Marcus Rashford now has been unleashed to the middle. Bruno's busting a gut. Rashford didn't see him. Rashford just needed to lay the ball into the path of Bruno, and he was 1-on-1 with the keeper. But unfortunately, he did not see the run. Casemiro looks like he could be in trouble here. And straight away, Mariner reaches into his pocket and books Casemiro. No booking for any Brighton player, but the first opportunity he gets, now, that was reckless from Casemiro. He did catch the legs of McAllister, never touched the ball. But first tackle of a Manchester United player, yellow card comes out from Mariner. Thoughts on Casemiro yellow? Obviously, I think we'd all agree that it was probably a booking, but in the context of the way Mariner's ref the game, should he have got one? Manchester United having to defend the ball in from Brighton, haven't cleared their lines, but again the ball flashes across the goal of David De Gea. Manchester United caught napping there. Bill Badger saying, "True, Jeff. Looks like the ref is dead, but no one's told him." Andrew Williams, why do Brazilians all get booked against Argentinians and vice versa? I think there's some small, tiny rivalry there. Bill Baggio, I'm old school, no booking for me. Car Smith OS, the man, lol. So we are into the injury time now. Let's see how many minutes they allow for that treatment. Luke Steele bundles the ball straight over the touchline. So Manchester United, there's 4 minutes, but Marner is giving a free kick to Luke Steele. Let's get another look at this. Because I don't know, was there a whole pile in that, and Marner seems to have bought into it. Are they going to show us replay? Probably not. But Brighton got it free, and they're just playing around with the ball inside their own box again. Slowly waiting for opportunity to build forward. Luke Steele lets a long ball go through. It's picked up inside the Manchester United half by Brighton. Welbeck now looking for somebody ahead of him. Manchester United, though, again, once Pastor Fred breaks up the play. Fair play. Come on, Fred. Dallo nearly caught in possession. Fred with a miss-hit. And Manchester United will have to do some defending yet again. So we are approaching the end of the second minute of injury time. Manchester United just break up yet another Brighton attack. But Mitoma nips the ball away from the feet of Wan-Bissaka. Brighton now moving through. And again, it's a bit of a fly shot. Never really threatening the goal of David De Gea at this point. In Queso now, I think has had about 4, maybe 5 scuff shots at this point that have flashed either over the crossbar or left or right of David De Gea's goal. They do seem to be giving him a license to shoot in sight. So David De Gea now will restart play. We've got a minute and a half left here in the first half. But Manchester United do need to be sharper in their attacking play, I think, at this point. Bill Baggio, what are you telling me? Casemiro on a yellow is a ticking time bomb with Prem referees. And if he was to get a yellow at this point, a second yellow, I do believe that would be his season, wouldn't it? If I'm not incorrect, because obviously it'd be his third sending off, and this side of Christmas even. So he does need to be careful. But who do we bring on? Do we bring on Sabitzer next to Fred? Do you trust that midfield? Do you bring on Eriksen next to Fred? What's your move at halftime if you're Erik ten Hag? Do you risk Casemiro for the second half? Second yellow different to a straight red. I think it's a 2-gamer. Even at that, though, can we afford to lose him for 2 games? Corner in from Brighton. And goes straight out the back and beats everyone. Luke Shaw tries to set something off. But again, Brighton recover the football. Welbeck in the United box, but United have plenty bodies between them and De Gea. But it will be a Brighton corner with the last kick of the first half. Bale is doing a double substitution in the centre midfield. He's saying Eriksen and Sabitzer for Casemiro and Fred. The corner they tried to take a quick one, but the ref is saying, no, you didn't have connecting in the right area and you will have to take it again. So this will be the last action of the first half, I would imagine. Brighton now looking to, they'll probably put this in. They do whip it in. Lindelof clears. and Marner blows it up for half time. So it is now half time in the game. Manchester United are level with Brighton after the first half. Thoughts on the first half? Get them into me. Are you happy with United's attacking play? Are you concerned about how deep Anthony Martial is coming? Are you fearful of Casemiro trying to manage a game on a yellow? What are your thoughts with the way things have transpired thus far? Should there be any elements of the game which Manchester United need to change up going into second half? And Andrew Williams is saying, would anybody take a point? I would absolutely take a point at this juncture, to be honest with you, because I think we would be definitely heading towards the right direction of claiming that Champions League football if we were to get that point. Bill Badge is saying, coffee, Twiglets, and chocolate incoming. I've got your cheap freeway cola right here. Excuse me. Jeff Vegas is saying, I would take a point at this juncture since we should be 2-1 up. Emma K is saying, wow, Marner's red and only Casemiro got a yellow. What a effing surprise. So Emma K is not happy with the performance of Andre Marner. I'll have a look at that for you after the show bat time, and I'll let you know. That shouldn't be a problem though. And Emma K is saying the referee is a W. So there is 8 of you in the chat. Please do keep your comments coming through for me. Bat time. Fred's been pretty good for me. Bat time, as you're there, do let me know what you think of how deep Martial is coming in to take possession. Are you concerned about Casemiro holding on to yellow going into second half? Let me know just your thoughts on that front. No bother. I'll get on to you there on Twitter anyway, should there be any issues. 12 of you in the chat, please do give us a like, share, and subscribe. We do appreciate it. Jeff Vegas, coffee and biscuits for him here. FTS King Column, he's saying, big up Rebel, only setting off home. How are we looking? I'll tell you now, Column, it's been a bit of a cagey affair. The shots have been basically snapshots, I think, for me thus far. Decent enough game, but Manchester United do need to be better in their attacking play for me. Zoe saying, decent game thus far, most definitely. Jim Mack, French Tony and Dutch Tony could have grabbed us 4. Marcus needs to pull the trigger quicker and be a wee bit more greedy. Bat time saying, yeah, I like what Martial is up to. Casemiro's been a pudding this game. Keep it simple, please. I reckon Shaw would be a better right winger than Anthony at the moment. Oof. Shots fired at Anthony, but I think we do need Luke Shaw at centre back at the moment. Zoe's Media House, Lindelof, Shaw, AWB, all being solid. Jeff Vegas, agree Zoe, but we have to finish 1-1. We are making this keeper look like a world beater. And Zoe is saying she agrees there. So, right, half time, Ten Hag's got him in the dressing room. You're flying the wall. What is he saying to his troops? Tell me. Bad time with Vaughan. We need Shaw at centre back, left back, and right wing. I tell you what, bat time. Find that cloning machine, and we get a team of Luke Shaws out there. Even though I think Solo would be trying to convince us that we need a team of Freds. But are you expecting any substitutions in the second half? Do let me know. Jim Mack wants earlier shots. Andrew Williams, I think Maguire on the right wing is an option. Yeah, we won't go with the Maguire slander today, lads. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Poor old OMONDI Juma would be getting PTSD from it. Jeff Vegas, is pretty great keeper. He's been picked over Sanchez for some time now. I think Varane has had more successful takes one-on-one than Anthony at right wing this year. So a bit of slander for Anthony. But I'm just looking there at that shot from Mitoma that David De Gea saved with his noggin. That really did bop him hard in the head. But it actually, if Brighton had squared that, that would have been 1-0. David De Gea wouldn't have had a chance. He's always saying Fred for Sabitzer, Ericsson for Anthony. So what are we saying? Are we saying Bruno up on the right? Back time with Vaughan. Ten Hag will say, stop giving the ball away, keep focused and take your chances, and we will win. Colm saying, guys, it's Brighton. They have a seagull on their bed, for fuck's sake. Score, pissing goal. Now, in fairness, Colm, Brighton have been playing very well this season. We need to respect them as opposition. We have struggled with them as of late. So there's definitely a lot of unfinished business in terms of Brighton, but you have to respect what they are doing. Now, for those of you that didn't see the preview show yesterday, I was telling Jay about a comparative that I heard when people were speaking about Brighton, and they called them the English version of Borussia Dortmund, in that they seem to be able to develop players, sell them at a premium, but still maintain their level of output in the league. Do you think calling them the English version of Borussia Dortmund is a fair comparative? Jim is talking substitutions at halftime. He wants Sabitzer on for Fred, Ericsson later. Bat time, he's telling me, to be fair, we can't put Bruno on the right. For me, Anthony is really helping out AWB with Mitoma. I'm not sure Bruno would be as good despite matching his energy. Colin saying, I respect they were my outside shot for top 4 this season. And of course, if you didn't see that on one of our earlier shows, if Brighton do not get Champions League football, Mr. Cullum has to do a packet of spicy jellies. So be sure to tune in to watch Cullum get sick from all the spice in one of the later shows of this season. Jimmy Mack, if we score it first, I think we can get a few more. We can't let a team like this get the first goal and dictate the play. Jeff Vegas saying, not fair because Dortmund won things, lol. Emma K, bat time. Oh yeah, that right space would be eaten up. Bruno drifts in when he's on the right. And if Brighton carry on with this strategy, they will get relegated within 5 years. So you don't believe that they can continue the production line. So there's 10 of you in the chat. I am just going to bring this up one more time. The Man United agenda does have its own merch right now. So if you would like a Man United agenda mug, all you have to do is take out your smartphone, whip the camera onto that QR code that you see in the center of your screens. That will take you direct to the Man United agenda merch store, and you'll be able to select a personalized mug of your choice. So basically, you get the crest of the Man United agenda, which you see on the right of your pick, and then the player of your choice. We still have the hashtag Team Rebel versus hashtag Team OMONDI mug off. If you buy a Manchester United mug with Martinez on it, you'll be supporting Team Rebel. And obviously, if you buy one that has Maguire on it, you'll be supporting Team OMONDI Juma. And we might even have a forfeit for whoever's mug champion finishes with the least mug sales. So stay tuned for that. But obviously now Manchester United will need to come out and try something different here in the second half. And hopefully we can push forward. Michael is saying, do you have many Maguire mugs left? I think Monday is buying them all himself to try and boost sales because he doesn't want to do a forfeit. So I think Monday has about 100 Maguire Man United agenda mugs at home at this point. I'm not going to say that out loud. I'm sorry, I have to block bat time. Oh, Lord. And bat time, they will go the same way as Swansea, Southampton, etc. And he's also telling me OMONDI wears those Maguire mugs like, oh my Lord. Now there's a visualization I did not need, Mr. Bat Time. Now, just bear with me one moment, folks. I am just going to update the title of the stream because I do want to get the scoreline in. Oh, looks like I won't be able to because YouTube Studio. There we go. Just give me your score predictions now, having watched the first half, of how you think it's going to transpire in the second half. Do you think Manchester United have enough about them to win this game? And how soon are you expecting changes in the second half? Do you think he will make changes straight out of the gate? Let me know there in the comments while I update the title. So it's 0-0 at half time. So, right, that's all updated now. Michael Hill, 100 Maguire mugs. Good financial decision, that. I love it. I love it. Jeff Vegas, Bat wonders why he gets shadow banned. The Maguire mugs are dear, but do move as quick as the man himself. oh my Lord. And Bat Time is talking to Zoe. So we are currently waiting the action to resume the second half. I am going to flick this back up. So your bench is Harry Maguire, Tyler Malacia, Christian Eriksen, Sabitzer, Sancho, Weghorst, Palestri, Butland, and Williams. Do you think we will see either Sancho or Palestri coming on in the second half, maybe to change up the attacking threat? Do we see Sabitzer come in for Casemiro because of the yellow card? Maybe does Ten Hag think, look, we'll settle for a point if we haven't pulled ahead coming up towards the last 10-15 minutes and bring on Harry Maguire and invite the pressure onto us? Let me know what you think the moves will be as the game moves on. I think probably the only player that we're guaranteed not to see off the United bench, well, maybe two of them, is probably Jack Butland and Brandon Williams. Any of the rest could probably be sprang. Jeff Vegas is saying Erik Ten Hag doesn't tend to make subs less than 60th minute without an injury. That is a true assessment. The game's currently in its second round of break, so we should hopefully be back underway within the next 10 minutes. Bill Badger, we need to go hard on Fred. He always scores when we do that. Yes, Fred, you're absolutely muck, mate. Your Brazilian passport has been withdrawn again. You're back to being Brentford Fred. So prove us wrong. Jeff Vegas. Butland is warming up. So I wonder, are they concerned about David De Gea if Butland is warming up again? Let's keep an eye on that. Jeff Vegas is also saying, Sabitzer Fred will get ripped apart. This game is screaming for Scotty McSauce. McKay, I need Marner to be banned from refereeing our games. This man makes me so irritable. It is insane. Yeah, Marner does not seem to like us. That is for sure. David De Gea seems to be okay, though, from what I'm seeing the shot in the tunnel. Anthony, Dalot, Casemiro, they're all Lindelof. I'm not seeing any changes. Will you see him on Antiques Roadshow in 30 years with these Maguire mugs? I suppose you want to know what they're worth, don't you? Said the expert. Yes, please. Oh, the shade is real here on the United agenda tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Jeff Vegas, McTominay got ripped apart the last time they played Brighton. So Manchester United and Brighton both coming out on the field. Matoma looks like he's raring to go and run at our defence yet again. Pretty sure I went to Margaret's funeral 25 years ago. Oh my god, lads, the shade is real. Mother of divine. But Marner would have a special term in Cork. In Cork, he'd be known as what we call a langer. A langer is an Amadon, an Egypt, a Gombeen. So there's a few extra words for you now if you are looking to expand your vocabulary. Jeff Vegas, what are you saying to me? Bill B. Oh my God, you're going to get me in trouble here, lads. The boss is going to kill me. But Manchester United are back in action. Second half is underway, and Brighton once again retreat to their own goal line with the ball. Quick break from Brighton. Matoma now taking on Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka is retreating and allowing Matoma space. But that ball was going absolutely nowhere. Nice ball and break forward. Unleash Rashford. But the coverage is very good, but Rashford sprints away. And that will be... Hold on. The man point to the spot? No. He's pointing for a goal kick. Mother divine Jesus, Marner, Rashi actually is probably fortunate that he didn't get booked for simulation there. There was very little. Actually, there was no contact hardly in that. So Brighton have resumed play, kicking the ball forward. And a bit of space for the first time in a while for Brighton to maraud down the wing. Dalot is facing up his defense, and yet again a snapshot. That seems to have been the story of Brighton's first half, and they've restarted in the second half with pot shots from areas that you would not be expecting to score goals from. I'm not sure the Brighton manager will be satisfied with the shot selection quality of his team. But Manchester United will take that goal kick, and the ball being fluffed around the back and to the feet of David De Gea once again. Rashford now trying to create a bit of issues for the Brighton defence, but well dealt with by the Brighton defence and Luke Steele. So, again, it's very slow build-up play by Brighton. Very methodical, very deliberate movement of ball back to the feet of the goalkeeper if they don't like what's in front of them. They're being given a lot of time and space by Manchester United now. Wan-Bissaka is trying to create a bit of pressure, but in fairness, Brighton have been quite cool. Lewis Dunk has the most touches of any Brighton player on the field presently, with 59 apparently. Read into that what you will. Long ball for the Brighton winger. Looking for a bit of support, but Manchester United again get into their shape and look to be comfortable. Another Brighton attack kind of snuffed out. That looked like a cross come shot. I don't think McAllister knew what he wanted to do with that ball. But 49 minutes in now. And the pace of the game seems to be after dropping quite a substantial amount. Manchester United probably do need to hold possession for a period of time at this point, I'll be honest with you, because... Oh! That was a dangerous cross from Brighton. Luke Shaw, I think, was the one to cut it out there that time. Anthony pirouetting and getting caught up by Lewis Dunk. Would you take Lewis Dunk at Manchester United? Yes or no in the chat? So, again, ball is back with Lindelof. Over to Shaw. Picked up now by Martial, who's moved out onto the wing. So, has Rashford gone to lead the line? With Martial cutting in. A very quick and rapid heck no from Bill Baggio. Nice and quick there on the keys to say not a bleeding chance, Gaffer. But Brighton again getting the ball to Casado, but well defended. Jeff with the pun. No Dunkin' Donuts, matey, he says. So Dunk now is moving forward, and Fred just cuts out any opportunity to play a forward ball. But Brighton are quite content to play lateral passes back in their own half of the pitch. They don't seem too fussed about making any real forward progress until they see something they like. So a very disciplined approach by Brighton. Poor headed clearance by Manchester United. Brighton now with the ball on the edge of the Manchester United box. Still weaving through. Gets the shot off, but Wan-Bissaka was standing in front of him like a brick bleeding wall and said, "You shall not pass." But Manchester United, a bit sloppy there. But now a break for Manchester United. Bruno gets the ball forward, but gets chopped as he lets the ball go. That'll surely be a free kick for Manchester United. And quelle surprise, Andre Marner gives a yellow card to a Brighton player. Unbelievable, Jeff. Bill Badger saying Chelsea could have some interesting players available. I'd take some of theirs. Give us a list, Bill. Give us something to get our chins around while we wait for play to resume here. Who's on the hit list? Who do you want? Let me know. So that's only Adam Webster's second yellow card of the Premier League season. Bruno is still down the ground getting his hamstring or his... Oh no. The standard moving of the ankle. So can't he just recently sign a new deal? And I think Kovacic is leaving, isn't he? So I'm not sure he'd be available. Reece James is an interesting one, but he seems to have a few injury problems though. Would you be happy to kind of roll the dice on that? Jeff is saying, what a shocker. Kovacic is, I presume that's another one for the hit list. And Jeff Vegas is also saying, yeah, I'd take Reece James. Yeah, he's definitely quality, but what about his fitness levels, lads? Let me know what you think on that front. So we've got Anthony now with the ball pirouetting around the Brighton players. Kind of an aimless pass forward, which Wan-Bissaka decided to leave drift through. And again, Manchester United cough up the play. Very, very sloppy proceedings from Manchester United here. Wan-Bissaka didn't even attempt to tackle there, just kind of fluffed his hands out. So not really sure what he was trying to achieve on that front. But we're now 54 minutes into this game, and Manchester United probably haven't been working the ball well enough. Again, that De Gea out ball seems to put his defender in trouble, but we got away with that one. Sloppy again there now. Diego Dallo coughed the ball to Mitoma. Mitoma again didn't put the ball across the box. Probably got lucky on that front. But Wan-Bissaka passed that. That was a very, very poor bob, and Mitoma didn't capitalize at all on Dallo's mistake. But Dallo did, in fairness, get back and cover. So I have to give him credit there. But Brighton should have done better, having been given a golden opportunity by Manchester United's errant passing. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. So De Gea now will restart with a long booted ball, and the stats are saying that Brighton now are enjoying 60% of possession with United's 40, and of the 10 targets, we've only had 3. The 10 shots, we've only had 3 on target. So 70% of shots have not been on the target. That's not great for Manchester United. As we try to develop another attack here through the feet of Marcus Rashford. 1-2 with Bruno Fernandes. Well defended by Brighton. They are really not allowing us much space in which to attack. Bailey's continuing the conversation with Jeff with regards to Chelsea players that he would pilfer. He's saying that Sterling would do damage. Now, the only thing I think, Bill, is we'd have to move quite a significant number of wingers to justify buying another winger. But Brighton here are on the attack. Manchester United stepping off them, but the shot again goes straight at a United defender. So we're probably fortunate that the cutting edge from Brighton hasn't been there thus far, because they've had chances given to them. And again, United sloppy with moving the ball around and coughing it up. Ten Hag needs to get them to wake up, because we are in danger of falling asleep at the wheel here, lads. Manchester United are just seem to be kicking the ball around. But we have a throw in here now, and I don't know if those of you at home have your sound up, but it does sound like the Brighton crowd are starting to come alive, because I think they believe that we're there for the taking. Manchester United had yet to have had a significant shot in the second half, and we are currently 11, almost 12 minutes into this second half of football. I wonder now, is Ten Hag looking to his bench? Is he looking to see who can change the fortunes of this game? Is he looking for a difference maker? Is that difference maker Jadon Sancho? And again, sloppy ball, Minotoma on the break. Wan-Bissaka is trying to mark him stride for stride, and Mitoma just tried to poke it to the far side of De Gea's goal, but that was never troubling the Spaniard. Never troubling him. Jeff Vegas saying, Bill, lol. So obviously that is the Sterling debate continuing. But gentlemen, are Manchester United falling asleep? Do we need a boost of caffeine in the form of a substitution to wake us up? But another ball in through the middle. Mitoma squares it, but Danny Welbeck never really gets a hold of the shot, and it drifts wide. But definitely Brighton seem to be getting the better of the game. United pushed up for the first time in a while, and the ball beat our defence, but thankfully the shot quality was not up to snuff. I do see a number of you in the chat. Please do like, share, and subscribe. We do appreciate all the support. Jeff is telling me, so glad Mitoma is playing like our forwards. And Bill Baggio is saying, bring on Pedestri, Sabitzer, and Ericsson. And Marner is given another yellow card to Manchester United player. Let's have a look at this. Yeah. I don't think you can have too many complaints about that one, in fairness. But Manchester United now starting to feel the pressure, and Brighton maybe growing in confidence as this game wears on. Who's coming off though for those players, Bill? Who are you taking off for Palestri? Obviously, the midfield is self-explanatory. But Brighton now settling into holding a bit of possession. And again, seem quite content, maybe even to take the draw. Michael Hill saying some of our passing has been shocking. Absolutely. Jefferson, not a yellow for him. Fair enough. And Bilbao, Fred, Anthony, and Martial all off. So, what way are you lining up then if you're taking off Anthony and Martial? Obviously, Palestri is one of the wing spots. Does do you get concerned then though of the access between Wan-Bissaka and Bruno if he's covering that right hand side? Let me know your thinking there and how you're, or do we just flood the centre of midfield? Let me know your thoughts. Has Fred's batteries run out? Possibly so. We're now looking at, okay, the first substitution of the game is going to take place, but it is for Brighton. And let's see what they have in store for us now. Is it just a singular sub? It looks like it could be for an injury. Let's see how this unfolds. Pack midfield, get a hold of the ball, put Bruno on the right, Palestri left, and Rashi up top. That would be interesting to see. The question is, though, does Mitoma benefit from that? So, Federico Benotti, the Argentinian, is down. It looks like maybe was it some dirt in his eye or something? They seem to be cleaning it out. But it's not the first sub. Did I miss someone? What did I miss? So Solly Marsh is on. For Bonucci. Yeah, I was wondering because I was like, did I miss one? But yeah, no, the first substitution of the game is Solly Marsh is on for Bonucci. So March, we'll have to beware the odds of March on this Star Wars day. Sorry for the bad punditry. I do apologise. Jeff is trying to say that Bonucci was making off that he was elbowed by Dallo. So Brighton here now. Butland. I don't think Butland's on, Michael. They resumed the second half. So he did. So Fred gets fouled by the Brighton midfielder there. And a bit of petulance throwing away the ball by the Brighton player. And Bruno seems to be reverting to his moany ass self there. I'll be honest with you. Because he was getting chirpy in the referee's ear. But look, as long as he doesn't get yellow card for it, away with him. So Fred moves the ball on. Anthony with a kind of a flick there to Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka is getting tied up by the Brighton defence, though. They haven't got a lick of space to move, Manchester United at present. Very disciplined defence from them thus far. So we are in the last 20 26 minutes of this half now. Manchester United and Brighton still deadlocked at this juncture, with Brighton arguably playing the better of the football. We're playing Leo. Oh, I love that you can take the joke, bud. Michael. Jeff Vegas, he's captain. He gets paid to complain. Keane wore out the reform. That is true. That is very true. So Brighton again looking to set up an attack. And McAllister seems to get a naked for space. Casemiro with the foul gets the advantage. And Brighton now are looking for the second yellow card. Casemiro is... He's walking a tightrope now, gentlemen and ladies. Casemiro is one foul away from getting sent off. Do we need to move him off the pitch now at this stage? Even though... Did McAllister kind of lean back into him? Brighton players are still remonstrating with the ref. Well, it is playing on, so we are fortunate Casemiro remains on the field. But could we have argued the toss of the coin if he did get sent off for that? He does play a dangerous game. Excuse me. So, clearance now by United from a decent Brighton cross. Brighton now picking up the ball on the right side of the Manchester United box, and again broken up by Manchester United. And I think it was Vitor Lindelof playing out on the wing back area of the pitch. Fred runs into trouble and Brighton recover the ball. Manchester United are struggling to get patterns of play established in the attacking front at this point. Brighton moving forward. Mitoma again running at Wan-Bissaka. This has been a fascinating duel. Mitoma goes down in the box. Marner says, no, you're not getting a penalty for that. Count Marner bottled it. Phew, says Bill Baggio. Jeff Vegas out subbing now. McAllister was pushing on him. You should see them go at it when Brazil plays Argentina. I'd imagine it's a spicy affair. Fred gets pushed over there, but again, Marner's not interested. He reckons that Fred went over like a sack of spuds. So Brighton again, slowly playing around with the ball in their own half, quite content. And Manchester United making no effort to apply pressure at that far up the pitch. 67 minutes gone at this point. And Manchester United, through Fred, break up the ball. Moving forward. Rashford, ball into Bruno. Fernandes takes the shot on, but comfortable for Luke Steele. And again, Manchester United looking for the foul on the edge of the area, but Marner not interested. Rashford seems to be holding the back of his head. There's a course of boos around Brighton's pitch at this point. They seem to be thinking that he's faking it. Well, he is back up. And Anthony is also now looking for a foul, but again, the referee not interested. So you'd wonder... Oh, and Anthony kicks out at the Brighton player. And this is... Dunk is after squaring up to Anthony, and Anthony's after losing the run of himself. Anthony could be in trouble here, lads. He completely lost his temper, and Dunk done everything possible to make sure that he wound them up. Marner now is waiting for things to cool off. What action will he take here? He is calling Anthony over for a yellow card. And what about the Brighton player? Dunk also picks up a yellow card for getting involved. Mariner just seeing that he needs to deal with the fouls and just move on. Let's see what we have in the comments. Does this all the time. He's been lucky 3 times this year doing that. Anthony should go for me. Bill Baggio saying, love it. Anthony gives 0 fucks how big you are. And Andrew's telling me Eric Ten Hag should take him off. Bill Baggio, yellow at most. So we are now at the 70th minute. That is Anthony's 5th yellow card of the season. No sign of Mitoma moving forward with the ball. The overlap is present, but very slow releasing it. Gilmore moves it back centrally. Manchester United having a wall of players between them and the goal. Jeff's telling me Anthony's not playing well enough to do that crap. If Dunk hadn't retaliated, Anthony would have been in big trouble. He didn't even kick the player, says Bill. So Manchester United now moving forward. Ball out to Rashford. Rashford now has an overlap, but it all slows down. Brighton settle back into their shape, and it looks like another opportunity gone. Great tackle from, was that Dallo? Oh, Casemiro. And Martial was offside. Another opportunity goes a begging for us. The way this is going, I'm going to maybe put the kibosh in the whole thing, but it does look like a nil all, doesn't it? So they're looking at the Mitoma incident when he was claiming a penalty. He basically dived in through the gap. That never going to get given. Not a leading player. And again, while they're showing a replay, they cut back to live action as Brighton are nearly on the edge of Man United's box. What are the cameramen doing? The passing for Manchester United is just so sloppy this game. Not crisp, not fluid. But again, Manchester United try a floated ball out to the wing. Martial knows out there this time. Takes on his man, beats his man. Tries to get the ball across the box, but a cut out for Manchester United corner. We'll take those, lads, we'll take those. But we do need to start threatening that Brighton goal because we haven't done it enough. And I don't think we can say that we had any gilt-edged chances. And Andrew's telling me very, very competitive game. Bill Baggio, true Andrew, but I like the fire that Anthony has. United trying to buy a few free kicks, but some of them have looked like legitimate fouls. So Manchester United, Bruno Fernandes taking the corner, and it looks like another short one. Manchester United not confident with the deliveries into the box, and pot shot from a distance we really shouldn't have been shooting from, but Manchester United recover ball, Rashford on an overlap, but Marsh is handling him well, stands him up, and Rashford eventually just plays the ball back to Bruno, across the box. Oh, flash shot there from Casemiro. That was a chance. That was a chance. Bill Baggio is saying, Fred's doing me bleeding heading. He gives the ball away far too often. Andrew's telling me Fred way too inconsistent and unreliable for us in the long term. Palestri would be our match winner for Eric Ten Hag right now. It looks like we're going to have a double Brighton substitution. And as that seems to be unfolding, Bill is saying, for crying out loud, make some subs, Ten Hag. So Brighton now on the break. Manchester United retreating backwards, having plenty of time to face Brighton's attack up. Another pot shot flashing across the goal at David De Gea, but never threatening him. Bale is saying that was absolutely class from Casemiro. But a lot of pot shots in this game. Anthony walking over to the side of the pitch like he's expecting to be hooked. So Danny Welbeck has been taken off. Denzi Undev is on. And it looks like we have Sabitzer coming on for Manchester United. And somebody else. Billy Gilmore has also left the field. Levi Colwill is on. So Manchester United's turn now to make a change. Will they be let do it now? So Jadon Sancho and Sabitzer are both coming onto the pitch. Anthony has been withdrawn. Obviously, that flash of temper, Erik ten Hag's erring on the side of caution and unleashing Jadon Sancho. And Sabitzer is on for Fred. So the first two changes of the game for Ten Hag on the 75th minute. Bill Bardi saying Colwill, another Chelsea player, worth a poach. Jeff Vegas, Undev has 2 good goals Sunday. Need to mark him well. So I am satisfied with those substitutions. I am going to knock this off the field now because the lineup has been changed. Brighton now on the attack on the edge of the Manchester United goal. Another cross, but again, not finding its intended target. Michael Hill, have you noticed we are that little of a threat on corners? We never put them in the box anymore. Yeah, that is true. We've been playing short corner after short corner after short corner, and are yielding absolutely nada. Does that mean Bruno drops in next to Casemiro and Sabitzer goes to 10? I would expect so, Jeff. Because speaking of Sabitzer, cuts out the ball in the centre of the field, marauding forward and pulled down by the Brighton defender. Yellow card for Brighton. But Sabitzer had him on toast there. So Levi Colwill barely on the field and is in Marner's notebook. So Manchester United now with an opportunity from another set piece. They definitely won't be thinking of shooting that, surely. Luke Shaw, Bruno Fernandes, and Marky Rashford all standing over the ball. But there's no way they're thinking of having a shot from there, surely. That would be insane. And they do shoot it, but it's straight down the throat of the Brighton goal and into the waiting mitts of Luke Steele. Wasted opportunity, I think, there from Manchester United. We need to be thinking a bit more strategically on our set pieces. That was never one that you were going to shoot for me. But Brighton again, giveaway ball. Surely it's not Shirley. Stop calling me Shirley. But Manchester United now, again, breaking this time through Jadon Sancho, who unleashes Martial. Martial does a very clever, skilled piece, but unfortunately gets tripped up by the ball. That could have been an opportunity for Manchester United, but again, we do break up possession. Sabitzer moves the ball to Martial, who's claimed it. He is held, and Marner does give him the benefit of the free kick. So Manchester United again now with 11 minutes plus injury time to go. They do have a stat. Matoma has had 13 touches in Manchester United's box, the most that he's had in any game. That was a good free kick from Manchester United, but unfortunately, Steele does close down the space for Rashford very quickly, and a chance goes to begging, but he was offside too, by the looks of it. But we're coming up now towards the final 10 minutes of regulation time. Still 0-0. Brighton, nice long ball over the top, but too much on it. And Manchester United will have a goal kick. So, are we saying draw at this point? Thoughts in the comments. Is there anyone that you think could spark maybe a goal for Manchester United? Obviously, Sabitzer seems to be creating problems for them in the midfield since he came on. Does Jadon Sancho have an impact on the right? Let me know what you think. So, yeah, we just have struck the 80-minute mark there. Manchester United with the ball at David De Gea's feet as he kicks the ball up for a goal kick. And the ball kind of just bounces off the feet of Jadon Sancho and back into the possession of Brighton. Andrew Williams, you're saying that I think Arsenal would take a point right now, and I don't disagree with that. I think we nearly all would give our right teeth for a point at this stage. Manchester United don't seem to have been threatening the goal sufficiently for me during this game. Any of the shots that the Steele was called on upon, they were run-of-the-mill, easy work, weren't they, really? I'm okay with 0-0, but I think we can knock this, Rebel. Nick this. Fair enough. Brighton again now looking to open a bit of space for themselves. Ball through the middle. Kind of ping-pong through, and Mitoma nearly got onto it. But Wan-Bissaka once again does what he does best and keeps the ball away from the feet of Mitoma. Actually, he just kind of stood in between him and the goal, really, didn't he? Jeff Vegas has to be putting Sancho in the shop window. Maybe so, but I suppose what we have to remember is with some of these players that we feel need to be moved on, they're carrying a large volume of wage, and frankly, that would be a tough one to negotiate a fee with, because teams will be saying, well, if we have to eat those wages, it's going to affect what we're prepared to give you. Brighton do have another chance. Manchester United were nearly napping. Luke Shaw doing Luke Shaw things at centre back and again protecting David De Gea's goal. So a corner kick here now for Brighton. The Brighton fans seem to sense that there may be blood in the water. I wonder, is that confidence well founded? We will need to defend this corner from Brighton. They have a lot of big men looking to attack ball. Chief among them, Lewis Dunk. Ball is whipped in and dealt with by... cleared poorly by Manchester United. Ball back to Mitoma. Mitoma now is running through, and Wan-Bissaka again closing them out. It's another Brighton corner. Manchester United now absolutely living very, very dangerously. Cannot seem to break up this siege that Brighton have had us under for the last 3 or 4 minutes. So another corner here. And it looks like they may go short as Mitoma approaches the corner taker. Let's see how Manchester United deal with this. Another whipped in ball. That's over everybody. But again, all Manchester United do is clear the ball out to a deeper lying Brighton player. Manchester United have gotten the free now, and they need to refocus and work some pressure on Brighton, because again, another Manchester United substitution. Big Weg is coming on to throw his bulk round. Anthony Martial has been withdrawn. Jeff is saying, Qatar don't care about no wage losses. Bilbao. Man of the match for me, he's saying, is Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Stop minute home better than anyone I've seen do this season. And I presume Jeff's going, no, to Big Weg coming on for Martial. But we are now coming into the final 5 minutes of this second half. Wan-Bissaka has moved forward with the ball over to Sancho, Bruno Fernandes. Looking at the options, not liking anything, passes it back out to Wan-Bissaka, back to Sancho. Dalot, Bruno Fernandes, chipped ball in, cleared by Brighton. Picked up now by Lindelof, who returns it to Shaw, who works that like a charm. Very cool, calm, and collected from Luke Shaw. Lindelof now moving forward. Lets it out to the wing. Rashford, Lindelof, Bruno. We're moving the ball around, but going absolutely nowhere. Sancho. Casemiro into Sabitza's path, but again closed well. Gate shut down, slammed by Brighton, who now go on a break. Manchester United are slowly moving backwards. This could be dangerous here. Brighton still moving forward. Nobody challenging him. Brighton, oh! Manchester United fortunate there. Absolutely retreating from March. March got a decent shot off, but thankfully it flashed past David's goal and out for a goal kick. But Manchester United caught ball watching and unable to really move backwards there for me. I think we can find ourselves fortunate there that we haven't gone 1-0 down. Because maybe David had a cover, but again, Manchester United defence caught napping there. And Caicedo has been booked for something. Oh, that foul on Bruno. Fair enough. Thank the gods that Marsh is shite. No comments. Not why we're still in live play. So Shaw has worked. The ball has gone back to David Hay, who hoofs it. And that will be a Manchester United throw-in. It seems like a game of pinball now at this stage, the way the ball's moving. Brighton have had 18 shots, only 3 of which are on target. United have had 16 shots, only 5 of which are on target. And Brighton have enjoyed 59% of possession. Jeff's telling me, let us get a free kick from the spot. Bruno got fouled. Yeah, it looks like the advantage was played and gone thus, so unfortunately we can't revert now. So we're coming up now to the final 2.5 minutes of this game. And as yet, still no signs that we will score. Wakehorst trying to move through the Brighton defence. But really getting no change at all. And again, Brighton break forward. And Manchester United look leggy. Ball through the middle. Thankfully, that was overhit and David Hay was able to claim it. But that was, again, a dangerous, dangerous opportunity. Manchester United and Luke Shaw that time was caught second fiddle on the break for the ball. But thankfully, there was too much on it. Bilbao, this is solely on the manager of this game. Poor selection, I believe. So we are now in the final minute and a half of this game. Manchester United again asked to do a bit of defending as Brighton stream forward. Space there for them on the right. They choose to put the ball through the middle. And thankfully, there was no room at the end there. But Brighton have a throw-in again in a very advanced position. Manchester United will be asked to do a bit more defending. And it looks like a point at this stage will be a good point. It'll only be our second point away from home against opposition that are currently occupying top 9 positions. The other point, obviously, against Tottenham Hotspur. So, a lot to work on for Manchester United in the off-season because That is not good enough getting 2 points away from 27, isn't it? Yeah, 3 9's 27. 2 from 27 is just not on. Andy Williams saying Undev is going to come on and get, or it's going to get us, going to get them a late winner, isn't he? Hopefully not. We're just about to enter the final 30 minutes of regulation time. We are awaiting the clock to go up, and it just seems like it's been all Brighton the last couple of minutes. They're now moving forward once more. March moving forward to the edge of the Man United area. March is going to shoot himself, runs into trouble. Oh, Jesus! An absolute daisy cutter, direct on target. David De Gea had to get down low and clear. But March didn't pull the trigger. But then the snapshot through goal, David De Gea had to have seen that late. Done very well. And Mitoma was fortunate. We were fortunate Mitoma didn't get onto that ball. But another corner for Brighton. And there is 5 minutes of added time. 5 minutes now for Manchester United at this stage to survive. And that corner was a very dangerous corner, but again, rising over the bar of David De Gea's goal. Manchester United are currently being dominated. Andrew saying, good save, Dave. Yes, absolutely. So 4 minutes now remaining in this 5 minutes of injury time. Is it survival mode for Manchester United to try and get out with a point at this juncture? Again, Manchester United are going to be asked to do a bit of defending. Brighton very easily dealing with the Manchester United attack, but again, thankfully, overhit pass to the wings. And Manchester United will have a chance to clear their lines. That probably should have been. Yes, but it shouldn't be a rebel. I agree with you. The position that we find ourselves in definitely isn't a desirable one for a team that wants to be winning trophies. But I guess we'll have to kind of ride out our luck until the end of the season and then rebuild in the summer, hopefully with the Glazer family having left the building. Manchester United now, they just need to hold possession and actually start working a bit for me, because we just give Brighton wave after wave after wave of attacks since at least the 80th minute, and now they're streaming forward once more. Another shot which David has to deal with. 2.5 minutes remaining of injury time, and it is all Brighton. Brighton manager's kind of going, what do we have to do to score here, lads? Now, I think, to be fair, you'll have to kind of ask your players why they were taking pot shots, because that does tell a story of itself. So Brighton, Lindelof getting handled there by the Brighton attacker. Oh! Shaw getting caught out by Inkessel. And Mariner obliges and gives Brighton a free kick in a dangerous area. Let's get another look at this. Yeah, he does prevent them from moving through after dipping the ball over. Bit fortunate for Brighton and unlucky for Shaw, but I can see why he gave it. So United now will have to defend this corner or this free kick, and Luke Shaw did get a yellow card for that. So that's the third Manchester United player in Mariner's book now, as Brighton's attackers consider how they're going to play this. You'd imagine it's going to be another cross type situation where they try to get a header. Try to be a bit too clever with that one, but they do get rewarded with a corner. Bill Baggio saying great dive for that. I presume he's talking about the foul. So this looks like it could be the final action of the game, a Brighton corner. So Manchester United will need to keep that clean sheet if they want to come away with anything from this game. So the corner is being delivered now into the box. Reaches Matoma on the outside of the box. Matoma bends one, and Bruno Fernandes just happened to be in the right position. Again, dangerous ball across. David De Gea with a save. Manchester United absolutely all over the place in this phase of play. Absolutely fortunate to come away from this one. Manchester United were absolutely all over the place in that phase of play. We have a VAR check for handball, lads. Manchester United could be in trouble here. I don't think that's Shaw's hand. There's no way that is Shaw's hand. Oh, Jesus, he's going over to the monitor. Oh, God. Luke Shaw is in trouble here, lads. Marner is going over to... This could be a penalty, lads. Manchester United could be coming away with nothing. Late drama here in this game. Manchester United are the subject of a late VAR review. Luke Shaw, handball is the question. It is a handball. It's a bleeding penalty. Luke Shaw, you donut. You absolute wally. Penalty. God damn it. A bloody penalty. Manchester United have fecked away a point here. Absolute idiocracy from Luke Shaw. Now, the question is, will he be punished with a second yellow card as well? So, who's Luke Shaw now has to watch Brighton. Is it Undev? Who's going to be taking the responsibility for this? Oh, fuck penalty, says Bill Baggio. Andrew Williams, what a tuppence. Dave doesn't say penalties. This was really stupid to stick up your arm. After all we've been through, players have walked off their arses tonight, and he goes and does that. If you take a pin against Dave, you shoot to his left because he always dives right. So David De Gea will be asked to do one late bit of heroics. Lining up the penalty is McAllister. 99th minute of play. McAllister versus De Gea. Taking his time, sizing it up. Shoots. Scores! Goes left. God damn it! One 0 Brighton. Manchester United leave with nothing. 1 point out of our games against top 9 opposition away from home. Brighton, top 4 is now back in the balance, ladies and gentlemen. We do need to pick up a couple of wins because Liverpool are stalking. In fairness, absolutely cracking pen from McAllister. Sticks it up top right, or top left, I should say. And the hair was gone the wrong way. Manchester United, nil. Brighton, 1. Feel like when feels like we've been renegated. So it is all over. Manchester United have lost against Brighton. Um, we will have a reaction show coming up in 10 minutes, but I will just take your final few comments. That's obviously about Luke Shaw asking why the F his hand was up. Colin saying, "Ref, you bleeding battle job." Um, what I will say is, please do tune in for the reaction show. It will be live in roughly the next 10 to 15 minutes. Please do give us a like, share, and subscribe. We do appreciate all your support here on the Man United agenda. Bill Baggio saying, I blame Ten Hag for this, but he will learn from it. Jeff Vegas, thank you very much, buddy. Obviously, the result didn't go our way, but I do hope you enjoyed the watch along. I will just put this up one last time as ye put in your final comments. Manchester United have lost away to Brighton. Continue an awful away record against the top 9 teams in the league this season. But that is it from me. I will talk to you again, possibly tomorrow if there's takeover related news, but definitely next week. Please do tune in to Monday and the reaction show.